welcome back. What's Witch's favorite subject? It's not math, it's spelling. Okay, here we go. It is essentially the last lesson all over again. But instead of talking about relative frequency, which is based on recorded events, a probability is based on just theoretically. Okay, so theoretical things like rolling a dice, tossing a coin, theoretically. Now, don't forget, and again, I'm going to start using the formal notation, but this is the exact same formula we had from relative frequency. They're the same. It's still going to be the probability of an event is the number of favorable outcomes over the number of total outcomes. Okay, now just a couple things. If I write the probability of event equals 0, that means it is straight up impossible. Will never happen ever. If my probability of an event is 1, that means it's certain. That means all of our probabilities lie between this range of 0 and 1. Okay, you cannot have a negative probability. You cannot have a probability greater than 1. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's do this one real quick. I think it's nice and short. All right, let's talk about finding the probability of picking an ace from a regular deck. Okay, so I'm going to say probability of picking an ace. That's how I'm going to write it. Now, there are how many aces in a deck? Hopefully you know your cards. There's 4 aces: hearts, clubs, spades, diamonds. And how many total cards in a deck? Well, there are 52. All right, and I'll probably write this here. There's 4 aces, and there's a total of 52 cards. Okay, going back to your formula again, it's favorable outcomes over total outcomes. Okay, so 4 on 52 would have been fine. You can simplify that to give you 1 on 13. Okay. Now, rolling a dice or rolling a die for a singular and getting a prime. So a prime number, let's talk about. 1 is technically not prime. Oh, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's talk about which numbers are prime. Prime meaning that it can only be divided by 1 and itself. Oops. And when I say divided, anything can be divided by 1 in itself, but I mean cleanly, which means no remainders. So with that, 2 is a prime, 3 is a prime, 4 is not a prime because it can be divided by 2. 5 is a prime, 6 is not a prime because it can be divided by 2 and 3. 1, by definition, needs to be able to be divided by 1 and itself, but because it's 1 and itself, it's like the same thing. It doesn't count as a prime. So 1 is not a prime. So we just got 2, 3, 5. So we can see here that how many favorable outcomes are there. Probability of a prime when rolling a dice is there's 3 numbers that are prime, 2, 3, 5. And there's a total of 6 different, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 different total. So that means the probability of getting a prime number when rolling a dice is simplified to give you 1 and 2. All right, hope that helps. Short, sharp, sweet. Hopefully you are all good. Catch you in the next one. Bye.